All right, so I have talked about these before. Poster rails. They're a relatively inexpensive way to hang prints without needing a frame or a canvas or metal print or anything like that. You can hang just regular paper prints with them. So the issue that I've had in the past is these big ones. I don't have a good source for good quality ones to hang really large prints. The magnets from the ones that I've bought aren't strong enough to hold big prints, so the prints fall. The material is just garbage. It's not actually wood. It's like particle board. They bend. It's just trash. I have somebody local making me small ones out of really nice wood, but we haven't gotten into making any large ones. And I'm still concerned about how the magnets would hold up. So I'm really excited today to talk about a product called the Poster Hanger. And they have sent me one to test out. They're not made of wood, they're metal, and they don't use magnets. I haven't opened it yet. Let's grab the box, open it up, and we will check this thing out. All right, so I reached out to these guys about selling these in my shop and wholesale purchasing. So they sent me one to test out, and I thought I'd make a video. This is the 36-inch model. Silver. They come in silver and black. Yeah, they're metal. Comes with instructions. Comes with this piece of metal, this piece of metal, a nail. They're made in Denmark. They're called the Poster Hanger. They are designed in 1982 by Jørgen Moller. So this is the difference. The other ones are magnets. These have these little pieces of plastic. They clip on to the bottom of the print and the top of the print. And then there's these little end caps. This slides in. So you're not gonna have to worry about magnets giving out. Obviously, this is going to have to hold the paper tight enough that it's not going to pull it off of here, but I'm pretty sure that will not be a problem. So these come in a bunch of different lengths. I'll list them here because I don't know them off the top of my head. You can also get connector kits to hook them together to make giant ones. And I like that they have a single attachment point to hang it. So I don't really like with the traditional poster rails, the triangle. And I've been thinking about attaching sawtooth or something like that to the back of them, two of them, so you can actually have nothing, which that would be tricky with this because it is metal and I can't screw to it. But yeah, so this seems pretty cool and I'm pretty excited about this. Hanging large prints, one of the biggest problems is always the frame and how much they cost. And if you get a cheap large frame, they're kind of wavy, the acrylic is really thin, they're kind of crappy. So the idea of being able to hang something large securely with kind of a cool new modern look, I think is pretty rad. So let's test this thing out. It also does have instructions. Okay, so these are actually extras. The ones that we are going to use are inside the tubes. There's also a video I will post in the description below, a Vimeo video on how to do this. But what they suggest is if the clips are not tight enough on the paper, to use paper shims on the back to make it even tighter. Super smart, super easy. I love it. Receipt. So let's get one of these things out. Okay, yeah, so they're the same. There's looks like three per bar, so I'm guessing one per foot. Cool, rad. So I thought this would have a string or a cable. It does not. This whole is made for that single nail that they provided. So that's cool. I mentioned using a sawtooth that I couldn't attach to this, but obviously I wouldn't need to because there's a hole in it. And I imagine that one of my like picture rail hooks would also just hook into here. But I really like the idea of just being able to use a nail and have it just basically appear floating and not see any hangers. Okay, this is really simple. There's not too much more to say about it. I didn't mention price. $37 for a 36 incher. That's a pretty sweet deal. It looks like you can get, up to a 72-inch long one, which is ridiculous. And that's still only $99. I'm curious about like a 44. That's only $55. $55 is a sweet deal, considering a frame for something like that would be $1,000. So let's test it out. All right, so I didn't actually have a print that I wanted to test this with, anything big enough. So I ran a print. I used luster paper because the spot where this is gonna hang, where the old crappy poster rail was, there's no direct light on it, so there's not gonna be any reflection issues. The 36-inch rails, I did not measure, and I wanted a white border to kind of frame the image out. So my image is 34, my paper is 36, so I have an inch on each side. Now, I just went to stick it on there and I noticed that the rail is longer than 36 because the little end caps stick about a ½ inch in. So it's gonna overhang a little bit on the ends. So if I don't like the way that looks, the next time I do this, I will cut my paper to the same size as this and I just won't use the little end caps. I don't think the print's gonna jump out. So either way, it's not a problem. I'm gonna use the 3 paper clips. Now, I got an email from them last night saying if I wanted to be extra safe, the same thing the little instruction sheet said, that I could shim the back of these out for a tighter fit. And because I am hanging such a large print and I really don't want it to fall like the last ones did, I'm gonna try that. All right, so I've got a bunch of little scraps. It's gonna be hard to show on video how I'm doing this, but I'm just sliding them in. I gotta be really careful with this paper because luster paper can kink really easily, but these are sliding right in, no problem. I'm gonna put 3 in each side. Try to do all these at the same time. And I will actually try to put these last 3 in the back of this middle one. No problem. All right. Slide the rail on. Make sure you use the rail. This is the top of the picture. Make sure you use the rail with a hole in it. So it just slides over. I'm gonna do a profile shot of this metal too, so you can see, so you can get a close-up of what it actually looks like. I'll take a picture of it. I'm gonna put the end caps in. All right, so this should be ready to hang. Now, they provided 1 nail. I am going for a little extra security, so I'm gonna see if I at least have like a drywall anchor with a screw or something. I don't think that 1 nail is gonna be quite beefy enough for me. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna hang the top, let the print fall, and then I will attach the bottom rail while it is hanging on the wall. We'll see how it goes. Ooh. All right, so I do not have any drywall anchors. This print and the rails together weigh like a pound. So I'm gonna live dangerously and I'm gonna use the 1 nail that they included and I'm gonna tack it into the wall at an angle down into the sheetrock. And I really don't think the weight of this thing is gonna pull the nail out of the sheetrock, as long as it's angled so it can't just like fall out. So let's do that. Okay, the nail is in. Now I'm going to grab the print. Okay, so that worked very, very easily. Set the hole on the nail. All right, so now I have the bottom rail. Pop the caps off. Take those guys out. Now I'm not going to worry about the shims in the bottom. If this falls off, it'd be easy enough to just add the shims after. It won't damage the print. There it is. I love it. I don't care that these are a little long. You just need to center it. I think it looks totally fine. So my hope is that in time there's still a slight curl to the image on the bottom. Same thing happens with poster rails. My hope is that the weight of this will have it hang a little bit straighter. But the nice thing with fine art paper is it's a lot easier to back roll and decurl than luster. Luster, you can do it, but you need to let it sit for a little bit longer. So that being said, as I'm talking, I'm realizing that a good solution for that would be just to make sure next time I do this, I actually back roll the print, maybe stick it in a tube and let it sit for a couple hours with luster, just so we're dealing with a flat print. And though that might be a little bit sketchier hanging it up, I think that would alleviate this problem. So these are absolutely awesome. I also like the idea that they could be rattle canned really, really easily since they just have silver and black. It's like a brushed silver. I think getting being able to just spray paint these, I'm definitely going to want some white ones and they don't make white. So I will probably be spray painting some of these. I'm going to order a bunch of these. I'm going to sell them in my shop. So if you want to check them out, come by my shop, check them out. Feel free to email me if you have any questions. I'll put a link to their site where you can buy them directly from them as well. But posterhanger.com, these things are awesome. Thank you guys for sending them to me. And I will be talking to you soon to get some more sizes and finishes stocked in my shop. Hope this was helpful. If it was, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel. Give somebody a hug and have yourself a great day. Thanks.